Well, what are we looking at here? This is the what was called the F18a Mk1 video chip replacement for the Texas Instruments TI9918 chip. It was a very popular chip. Obviously, it was in the Texas Instruments 994A. It was in the Naboo. It was in a lot of the MSX computers, ColecoVision, the Coleco Atom, all over the place. So what someone did, they made this really nice adapter here. So it replaces the existing chip, and I don't have it. There's a little dongle that would come out and give you, it was like a ribbon cable, and it would give you a VGA connection. It would give you better, well, clean for one thing. There's no scan lines or anything. It was a quite nice piece. I don't remember doing it on the TI, but I know on the Naboo it would drop to like 80 columns and you can use CPM, and it was just looking like a regular PC. It was quite nice. Now the problem with this one is, like I said, there's this ribbon cable that comes out. I kept popping it out with my TI. Every time I would move a little bit, it would just come popping out. I should have hot glued it, but I didn't. And yeah, to make things worse, here's, let me see if I can zoom in better here. Lost my focus. Okay. Now if I push this over a little, am I going to lose focus? No. So on this side, there was a little flap, basically. It was like a clamp. And last time I was trying to put the cable in, I don't know, I must have been just a little too excited or something, but I pushed it a little too hard. It popped off and went flying somewhere. I still haven't found it. So now I got this chip, which is about $100 Canadian, which I really can't use. Okay, well, these things happen. Then the other problem is, well, it became temporarily unavailable at the moment. So now I have a TI that's sitting in pieces because I can't use it. So the next best thing, let's get rid of you. And let me zoom out a little more here. So after that was made, there was another guy that came out and made messages. The Pico9918. So these are ordered from Australia. They came in really fast shipping, I have to say that. I ordered it, I think, December 28th. Because, well, during the Christmas holidays, I figured I'll play with my TI a little bit, and, well, totally destroyed it. Yeah, it was one of those Christmases. But anyways, December 28th I ordered this. And between a little bit of processing time and whatnot, today's January the 7th and it came in. So that's pretty quick. Now, I haven't had a chance to crack these things open, and I ordered two of them. I'll explain this one first, and then I'll explain the second one. Which one? I think they're both the same. I asked one with extra wires. No, they look like both the same. Okay, so let's very carefully open this. Look at that. This thing is like wrapped up nicely here. Zoom out a little more here. Even says Pico99 on it. This is awesome. Trying to do without destroying anything, because like I said, I just destroyed the other one. Well, not just, but you know what I mean. That's a long cable. I think I should have ordered the smaller one. So very similar to the one I just showed you, which I still have here, and I'll bring it down. Not sure the orientation's right, but it doesn't matter. This is just a display here, show and tell. So this one's Pico powered, whereas this one here is, what are these things called here? I can never pronounce the name of these things. Xilinx. FPA anyway. So, okay, so this one has missing the ribbon because I broke it. But it'd look like this pretty much. Straight to a VGA connector. And the cool thing with this, okay, and it's not really a drop-in now that I'm thinking of it on some models. I can't remember which one's which. I remember having to desolder the one on the Coleco. The TI was done so long ago, I don't remember whether it was in a socket or not. And from what I remember about the Naboo, I think that was in a socket. Either way, I mean, apart from desoldering a socket, they pretty much just drop right in. There's a couple of dip switches on this one. This one I don't think has a dip switch. No. There's a boot button for programming the Pico. Apart from that, it's literally drop it in and go. Now the other thing to mention, let me sit down while we just leave this here for a sec. So I ordered two of these, and the other one is right here. So one's going into the TI, the one I broke, and the other one's going into the Naboo, which I had in there before, but when I got the ColecoVision / Atom expansion module, I kind of borrowed that and left it in there. With the Naboo, we're trying to figure out if it's certain batches or just mine. That F18 chip would only work maybe 1 out of 6 or 7 times in turning it on. Some people are saying theirs didn't have problems, some other people said it did. I'll have to make another video for the Naboo, but if you look on the bottom of mine, for what the bodge wire is, you know, the wires that would fix things, that thing was mostly bodge wire on the bottom. I think it had more wire than you can see visible PCB. So the other thought was that maybe there's some cold solder joints in there, and you know, different causing problems or not quite sending the proper signal level. But if I put back the original chip, it worked fine. Turn it on, you know, it works. Off on, it's no problems. It was only with that F18 chip. So I'm hoping Mr. Pico here might be different. Obviously I'm not going to find out today. Today is TI99 day. But in the future, there will be an episode and we will put it in. Now while I was at it, so like I said here, on my 99, you know, let's just zoom out somewhere here. I just had this kind of dangling out almost. I had it taped, so it was kind of safe. It was sitting sideways like this. The other one, I can't remember if it had another connector like this on it. Anyways, now I'm rambling. But yeah, I just had it sitting sideways and it wasn't a problem, but sometimes it would get snagged on another cable or something, and then like I said, I broke it. The creator of this guy, the Pico99, 9918, developed this little guy here, the Pico Breakout. And this looked interesting, so I'm like, I had to buy this. And this was just, I think, worth every penny here. This one is a solder kit, only because I can solder, so I pretty much will save some money. So let's move Mr. Pico out of the way here. So it's an AV breakout for the TI99, right? Cute little thing. So it would go on the back of the TI99 like this. It's got the VGA right here. There's a socket, I'm trying to remember what was what now. Where's the accessory kits? Yeah, I don't remember where everything is now. Oh, right, okay. So it's actually, I think, like this. There we go. I had it upside down, sorry. So this is the part that sticks out. So what happens, you have to disconnect the socket. Okay. Put the socket over here. And then there's some pins, I believe, and you just literally solder this directly into where the socket is. And then you got the ribbon cable here, so I would have to disconnect the VGA connector and put that on here. So now we got original AV, you can even see it right there. Place original AV on here. VGA. Then you had a composite video and an audio. I think they're... No, I got that wrong, sorry. Based on the colors, here we go. Left and right stereo. So that's pretty decent. Let's take a look here, see if I can see it. Yeah, definitely left and right stereo. Because remember, it's mono, right? So mono left, mono right, left and right stereo. But again, that's just going to be such an improvement. Just boom. Now you can make a case for it. You can buy a case for it. You can buy this pre-made with a case. But yeah, so that looks like a quick and easy project just to build up, apart from desoldering this guy. And I figure, what is this here? Don't remember what that does now. I'll have to read the manual or the build-up sheet, something. Yep. So let's build this up so I can get my TI back together, and I'll be right back. So it is taking shape, and it came with a little adapter that I was mentioning for the main board connector. And where's it here? Sorry. There you go. Kind of hard to see, but it says TI side. So that'd be on the bottom. And this would be over here like this. So this little guy would be soldered in over here, like so. So I get soldered in, and then this one gets soldered onto the main board. Boom. So let's do that right now. So here's the main board. I already had it out. And yeah, if you've seen some of my other videos, I happen to have a fan fetish for some reason, but hey, why not? I've also replaced the power supply with a meanwhile here. If anyone's interested. Let me zoom in a little more here. There you go. So it's the RQ65B. And it's the direct voltage, not quite a drop-in obviously, because I'm going to do some soldering on the wires, right? It went clear. But all the voltage outputs are exactly what you need for this guy, and it's pretty strong, powerful. Loves it. So, as I mentioned, there's the part, nicely soldered. And once I get it out, so that's going to come out, that goes in its place, and the socket goes right here. So I'm going to do that now, and then obviously the missing chip here is the Pico. So let's go put these things together, and I'll be right back once again. So I ran into a slight little problem. Nothing too big, but you know. So if you look at this, sorry, everything's a little odd here. There we go. So you have the two pins, and this thing goes right over here. So you have the two pins on the bottom. Sorry, I got this thing zoomed in so you can see the problem. So this goes like this. So it's the two in the center that we're looking at here. These two. So obviously the first one's not a problem. The second one's got this capacitor stuck to it. So you got to be careful. So I'm going to have to desolder that as well. Pop it out, clean out the hole, put it in, put the capacitor back on. But I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if it's on his website or not because I haven't taken a look. I'm just recording as I go, basically. So I should mention I'm up in North American country because these were ordered from Australia. So maybe down there he doesn't have this on there. But that definitely has to come up. That little hole's got to be cleaned, solder back on, and then the cap back on. So let's do that, and well, let's see how badly I screwed this one up. Turns out it's easier taking the capacitor off and just flipping it on the bottom here. So once the adapter board gets soldered in, just put the capacitor on the bottom, because when you flip it around, zoom out here so the focus works a little better. So when you flip it, wrong one, sorry. That's what I wanted. When you flip it around, it's kind of hard to get the capacitor back over here. And here we are. Goes with the resistor, so I hope I got them on the resistor. Yeah. Oop, where is it here? There we go. Yeah, I'm on the resistor network. Make sure I didn't make a boo-boo. Yep. Okay. Well, let's put the chip in. That I can actually do while we're live here. Actually, I'm going to put you on pause for 1 sec. So based on the videos that I've seen, let's make sure my orientation's right. So we got the little dot here, and all these chips have the dots going this way. I got the ROM chips over there. And even based on the F18a, right, look at the small pins. I knew this one went out. So this one is a little backwards with the cable, which explains why it's longer. So let's put you in here. And there we go. It's in. So the only thing left is to take off the dongle here. And I'm going to do that very carefully because I already screwed up the other one doing this. And that just goes onto here. So let's try that very carefully here. What's my small screwdriver? Okay, that one came up nicely. That one came up nicely. Sorry, I'm not looking at my screen. I'm trying to do this without making a mess. So that's in. So you know what? I'm going to put you in hold for 1 second here, or pause, I should say. So just to point out, and you might ship things differently. So this one came with the 12-inch lead, which is good if you're going to reroute it out, but because I'm using this little board here, maybe am I missing anything else? I gotta check my order. I thought I ordered some extra smaller ones. I don't know. Now I'm rambling. Anyways, this is an 8-inch. It's listed as additional cables. So I'm going to pop off the longer one and replace it with the 8-inch because we don't need all this cable dangling around. And yeah, so let's do that right now actually. Make sure we're still... Yep. Oop. Looks like my battery's dying, so I'm going to try to do this really quick. Okay, so it's in. I think we're good. I'm going to turn this off and charge the battery, and I will see you guys in a bit. Well, while the batteries are charging, I didn't want to wait, so back to the cell phone. Okay, so I got my VGA cable ready to go here, and it's a little short, so I had to flip the motherboard sideways. Again, pardon the mess here. The extra cable. So let's plug you in here. And gotta make sure I got a switch box back here. Make sure I'm on the right channel. Yeah, number 4. Okay, TV's on. So let's kind of flip you up here. There we go. And let's turn this thing on and see if it blows up or if it actually works. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Hey, it works. Cool. Now I have no keyboard obviously connected, so I can't really do any more testing than this. Or actually, you know what? Let me turn this off for a second. I use the, what's this thing called? The Final G-ROM. Love this card. Let's turn that on. Oh, can't help anyway. Forgot I don't have the... Forgot the keyboard's not connected. I'm so used to other computers where you put the cartridge in and it auto boots, and this one doesn't. You got to press the keyboard and then press 2 for the Final G-ROM. Okay, but anyways, we got success here. So that's a cool thing. So now it's just a matter of putting this back into its shell. I'll see that for another video once the battery's charged up. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. Okay, well, thanks for your patience, guys and gals and everybody visiting aliens from space. I should qualify that one. Don't want to get myself in trouble here. And thank you.